I'm sure you heard about the Christian Coleman news today that he's facing a suspension, got a provisional suspension for whereabouts failures. I want to ask you a two-part question. One, like what you think of the news overall, and three, just what your experience is with filing your whereabouts and being at your drug testing spot, for your window, and just your experience with all the drug testing bodies in track and field. Is it a hard thing to follow? Is it frustrating? I know that's a long-winded way, but I'm just curious what your thoughts are.
No. Yeah. For me, my heart, my energy, my everything in me goes out to Christian Coleman, because one, he's been fighting this even before Worlds. I mean, let's just go ahead and get the elephant out of the room. Nasser from Bahrain is fighting the same thing. I don't know if she is suspended or not, but like the biggest thing is you got that. I think people fail to remember that Christian Coleman is a person. Grant Holloway is a person. Omar McLeod is a person. Lincoln and Gordon, both of you guys are people. People fail to realize that we're more than athletes. Like, we all are human. I mean, it's been plenty of times, and I'm not going to sit here and say I'm the best person. I haven't missed a drug test. I haven't done this. I haven't done that. But, like, it's been plenty of times where my window says 9 o'clock, and I was out to eat with either friends, family. I haven't been exactly where my whereabouts said, and I have looked up, and they haven't came and drug tested me. It's been plenty of times where I have gone out of town. I mean, let's just use it last week, for example. My mom had hernia surgery, so I had to take an emergency flight back home, make sure she was good, and I had to come back. That whole weekend, I didn't fill out my whereabouts until literally I got on the plane when I got on the plane coming home. I'm like, oh, I didn't fill out my whereabouts. Let me do this now to let them know I'm not here. I'm not going to sit here and say, Christian should have done this, Christian should have done that. But at the same time, it's like people fail to remember that we're humans. We all make mistakes. I mean, I can't name one person that has been perfect in 2020. I mean, let's just, or 2019 or 2018. We can just go all the way back to when I was born back in 1997. I have not been perfect. So I don't think, if all the facts line up with Christian and they say what they say, I don't think Christian should be penalized, because, they have to remember that he's human. I think I read that he was Christmas shopping around the time, and he was with family and friends, and, stuff didn't go exactly as it was said. I don't want to, weigh in too much on this comment, because I don't want quotes being pointed back, people saying Grant said this or Grant did that. But it's just one of the things, we're all human. We all make mistakes. If USADA or whoever drug tested him at the time made a mistake by not filling out their whereabouts, saying that, they're at the right location, it's okay. Like, man up. Life is going to go on with or without it, So it's just one of the things, you just gotta just remember that we're all athletes. We all going to make mistakes. And then at the same time, it's one of the things that it's not hard when you have so many constant reminders. I have my agent send me plenty of stuff. I have my mom check in on me. I have my dad check in on me. It's just one of the things, it has to be done for the sport to be the way it is. It has to be done.
Well, isn't that saying it has to be done? I mean, isn't that an argument for, you said we make mistakes, but playing devil's advocate here, you're allowed 3 mistakes here, or you're allowed 2 mistakes, and then the third one is you right. Strike out there. Isn't that saying, we got to have people accountable? You're saying my agent helps, my mom helps. I mean,
yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Should all athletes be accountable for that? Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely 100% agree with you. I don't know Christian Coleman's support system, but shit, I consider Christian one of my brothers. I consider Christian one of my close friends. I can consider Christian, a role model to me. So, I mean, I can take the fall for Christian for not saying like, hey, make sure you fill your whereabouts. I mean, it can go on and on to close friends, the family, the agents, to even the people with Christian Coleman at Nike. It's just one of the things that it can be folded so many different ways. But at the end of the day, like, I guess I've never gotten to this point. I don't want to get to this point, but if the rules say three strikes and you're out, then 3 strikes and you're out. But like at the same time, if the referee isn't playing to the rules of the rule book, then you got different propositions to weigh in on.